You. Today I want to talk about my loadout that I took to the first Mot Talks and how to potentially improve it and also the fashion frame. I'm gonna leave the fashion frame for the end, so if you're looking for that, make sure to check the timestamps. I'm not gonna do it as usual as I do with the fashion frames, uh, just because of time issues. So let's go. The loadout was Ivara, Arthuss, Epitaph, Zenistar, and Naramon. Zenistar is one of my favorite weapons of all time, on the melee category, and it works amazing with Ivara. So let's take a look on the build. This is a build made for Navigator. There is always room for improvement. If we're gonna stay invisible all the time, we could potentially take off adaptation, put in something else. Something that I have, but I haven't even leveled is Empowered Quiver. And this is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna level it before we even try it. Relay, equipment, mods, quiver. Here. And we are ready to test. I'm gonna change this a bit later. Just as it is, it's gonna be working just fine. If you don't know how to mod around the Zenistar disc or how the Zenistar disc works, it will get more time depending on your combo counter, your multiplier. So the higher your combo counter is, the more duration your disc is gonna have. Disc is mainly affected by the attack speed, increasing the ticks per second pretty much. It's affected by range and all that good stuff. Status, critical, everything just has it. It's just a bit tricky. It might look like tricky on the crit chance side, but we're gonna see how can we actually get over pretty much over 300% crit chance, and it's gonna be pretty crazy. And it's actually something that I forgot to use during the run. So I'm gonna be messing around with Exo Gokstad Officer. So the first change is gonna be to change the Banes. I've already changed this one. Instead of Corrupted, I'm gonna be using a Bane for Grenier. I can even show you how it would be pretty much without a Bane. So the way to mod, we don't want Condition Overload. We want Pressure Point. Fury, we want Attack Speed. Prime Reach means that I'm gonna be getting more enemies. Our Bane is amazing. Weeping Wounds is really good. It's gonna give us like 160 something percent status chance. Blood Rush, it's gonna give you a good amount of crit chance. Gonna cover more of that later. My Riven, range, melee damage, critical damage. So my critical damage is looking very good. Organ Shatter for some more critical damage. You might be saying, so 10% crit chance with 12 times multiplier, it's gonna actually give you like 54% if I'm not wrong. That is not really good. And the other thing that I think some of you guys might not know, and also the reason why I'm using Naramon, is that the Zenistar disc, he doesn't snapshot your mods when you use the 12 times attack. He does it real time. So if you want to get the benefits from Blood Rush and Weeping Wounds, you need to have the combo counter up to the 12 times when the disc is already on the ground. So yeah, I just use the opening slam, which is from Naramon. It's gonna allow me to get my combo counter up much quicker. And so I use my Zenistar attack, Navigator, and just wait for the multiplier to get to 9.3 times, which is the maximum I can get with my builds. You could make it better, of course, but I think for me it's pretty comfortable. This build is not min-maxed, like completely F. Already a tip, do not touch surfaces. They're not good for you. a little note is that when you actually exit the navigator, the disc will move a little bit more, so plan a little bit ahead where you're gonna land it. So here we can see damage is going up. It's gonna be ramping up because we have the heat. Every new stack is gonna refresh the others and keep adding more damage. But that's pretty nice. But it doesn't look like a lot. We're getting maybe what, 2 stacks a second. Then we need to further stack our weapon and see how it's gonna look like. Probably better to just kill everyone here and get them back. Yeah. Look at the stacks per second now. It is much better, and we're getting that chance of the critical chance, pretty decent. Damage is going up really nice. Nothing too crazy, but it is very nice. With some armor strip, they would be dead in no time. But let's change the Bane. We're gonna increase the damage by a ton at the same time, like all at once. So we're gonna put the Bane a Grenadier, and now we're actually gonna use the Piercing Navigator. Piercing Navigator actually adds critical chance to base. So our Zenistar is actually gonna turn from 10% crit chance to what, 60% crit chance? So imagine Blood Rush with a 60% base, 60% base crit chance weapon. That's pretty much what we're getting. What we need to do to trigger it is to actually hit the disc on the enemies. Hit it 5 times and we're gonna be done. I just don't want to hit the wall. Okay. So 50%, and you won't actually see the crit now because, as I said, it doesn't snapshot from the time when you use it. It's real time. It's gonna pull from your combo counter. So as I start stacking my combo, you'll see orange and eventually the red crit. Yeah, that's how it goes. And so everyone is dead pretty much, and now we're getting red crits. We're getting a bunch of damage because of our Bane, and every enemy is they melt. It's just the positioning of the disc that is not perfect. That's why I'm not getting everyone. Summon a bit more. Looking pretty good, right? Now let's make it better. Let's add the quiver mod, so we're gonna double our crit chance. Not sure how actually this mod works. I haven't researched it before, so yeah. We could further increase our damage by putting a helmet ability on my fort. Yeah, I just have a dispensary because it will allow me to just have energy and don't have to worry about it. So let me see. I probably even to get the damage, to get the crit damage, I'm gonna need to stand on the zip line. I'm not sure about that, but let's give it a try. Some Gokstad officers do the slam attack. 12 times navigator. Can I already stand here and heavy attack? It's just that I'm getting into unknown territory, where I'm not really sure how much is that gonna be. Is it affected by power strength? 185%. It might just be. So things are gonna get much crazier than they were going to already. Probably. Get the stacks. Bam, bam, bam. 50%. And I'm gonna release it around the middle. I think that's close to perfect. Now I just need to get the combo counter. Okay. Now it's really short. It's gonna be a short time to Oh my god. Yeah. The real it's gonna be good for a stationary disc, but if you wanna keep using the disc to bounce and kill stuff, maybe the quiver mod is not the best option, because you really need to have your combo counter to get things done. Now that I just thought about that. So yeah, it is a possibility. For the stationary disc, this might be the best option. If, let's say, you're doing a defense or something like that, sometimes you're able to go back into the disc and still move it. I managed to get that only a few times, but yeah, eventually it does happen. Bug, definitely, but it's cool when it happens. All right. What could we do to further upgrade this build? Powered quiver, if you're gonna just use your navigator. It's tricky, folks. I really haven't put like as much thought on it. So for the stationary disc, this is probably the biggest amount of damage you're gonna be able to pull out. Now, if you want to keep using the disc and staying on the disc, then neither piercing navigator nor empowered quiver will be the best options, just because you need your combo counter. But if you're using the disc and you stop the disc, you're very likely not be able to keep the disc moving again. So yeah, tricky, but it will work just fine on group setups. For solo, who knows? For increase the power strength, put in umbral intensify instead of empowered quiver. Could go for something else. Can strike, giving attack speed, pretty good. Arcane energize is also good for energy, but I do think that something that would be great would be nourish. I think nourish would add that viral, increasing the damage by a ton, and that would probably be really good. Another thing that we could already do to make our build better is to pick a grouping weapon. My choices, I'm not sure if there's anything else, would be either the Proboscis Cernos or the Tenet Ferox. I think both would be pretty good at doing this. Summon some more enemies. Getting our 12 times. Just line everything. Bam, bam. 50%. It doesn't change if you're going faster or slower, I think. Just don't want to hit anything. Yeah. This should be a good positioning. Now, Proboscis Cernos can act as a catalyzer, pretty much, applying more state as viral corrosive. So, oh my god, this is gonna be tricky to even get it going, just because it's dealing so much damage. But yeah, if you're like aiming at a door, it's gonna be crazy. Like, look at the damage it's dealing already. Look at the viral stats. Oh my god, if we had something to armor strip, it would be even crazier. Well, you don't even need Naramon, but just really to maintain the combo is much easier. Let's take a look on the Tenet Ferox. It might be a bit easier to just get it going. These builds are so messed up. Oh my god. Gokstat. I should just kill them all to summon Gokstat officer. Okay. Now do this. Combo ready. Navigator. Can even use this, but thinking about the Zenistar, like, you can make so many different builds. Of course, I'm keeping the critical because I mostly use the stationary disc, you know, but and also my Riven has critical damage. If I didn't have critical damage on my Riven, I think I probably would just forget about critical. Potentially, probably, but slash potentially. Okay, now let's throw the Ferox in the middle. I think the Ferox is applying viral. Yeah. Well, we have a use for the Ferox. Oh my god. Imagine this on a survival on a door. Yeah, this almost nuking. Oh my god. It is already dealing massive amounts of damage. Now, I really don't know if the thing snapshots from the empowered quiver, but I wouldn't say so. Really, it's hard to say. You forgot about the disc. Maybe why I'm not holding it. Did it just... Oh my god, this is so fast. Can I punch through this? I can. Huh. What? There's two there. 30%. Yeah. I was actually doing some testing. Who knows if we could add Piercing Navigator to this attack and make it critical. Make it crit, but it doesn't seem like it since we didn't got any crit there. Let's try one more time. You know, we're here for testing. Why we don't? We just don't do it. Oh my god. What? What? It didn't I think I got like 20% crit or something like that. It's also great for making the combo with the Zenistar. But now without the damage. 9 times damage. It's way less damage. Way less damage. And without Piercing Navigator. Look at the difference. We're getting some criticals, but it's not even close. The setup really makes it shine. Yeah, that's what I enjoy doing with the Zenistar very much. I think Nourish could make this even crazier, to be honest. I think it could just be super crazy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it as it is for now, and then another time I'm gonna give it some more tries and see what else I can pull off with this. Now let's go over the fashion frame. It's the Scotty skin. I think there is probably also the Tiazi Sayandana, which is I think from the same set. Signature Ivara Scotty. For the colors, that's what I'm saying that I was not gonna make as the usual, just say the palette and say the column and row. But this is nothing too expensive. I mean, you have to buy like what, 2 color palettes already or 3? Yeah, have to buy a few. But more than one color coming from the Couture palette. I like the Couture palette a lot, to be honest. Yeah, this is the... Now this Sayandana is just a copy of the main colors. Yeah, I think it is. Smoke, Classic, Couture, Tenno, Classic, Saturated, Couture, and probably Classic Saturated. Yeah. That's pretty much the fashion frame. I think I don't have any armor. Nope. To be honest, I think if I added anything to this, would make it too polluted. That's just what I think. I think the armor looks amazing as it is. The skin, of course, it looks like it's a complete set of armor, so I wouldn't like to add anything else. Also, the skin actually, I chose to go with these colors and try to make like a duo color set or fashion frame. It actually reminds me of something like Octavia, because you have like two different elements. One, you have this kind of plated armor, and then the other side is something like more, I don't know, royal, with all these bands and pieces of clothing hanging. Just gives it some stylish and stuff. This color of the Tenno palette, I really like it. Usually gives something like a beige or something, even like a bone color to most frames. I think that it might be one of those that it's on Harrow, one of the Harrow colors, something like that, like Harrow's beige or something. I think it looks pretty good, and I think even the let's see about how the skills look like. Zipline looks interesting because it's, you know, at a certain point it becomes red, kind of red, but then it's green. The sleep arrow for this build is like very, very tiny, but it looks damn cool. Something that I never mentioned, but I love the sound, this sound effect of this arrow, the cloak arrow. Just sounds so cool. Sounds Warframe-y. Yeah. As for the rest, these colors, this kind of stars, galaxy thing going on, it looks really cool too. Yeah, that's how my fashion frame is. It's nothing too crazy, but I did put some effort into making it, and I'm really happy with the result. Yeah. Of course, you can add your animations and stuff. Yeah. I think I'm gonna end the video right here. It's probably a pretty long video. Thank you very much for watching. Leave it a like if you enjoyed this video, and also let me know what you think about this kind of video, this kind of content, like testing some stuff, showing some fashion frame. Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, leave it a like, and if you're not yet, consider subscribing.